Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, you guys want to help me make a special birthday card for my aunt. We're going to be using Unity stamps. Let's see, I believe, well, all but one, all but the happy birthday. And I had to get a little bit smaller thing to go on the piece that you'll see here in a minute. Alright, so we're going to be using this, as soon as I ink it up some more. Sorry about that noise. I should probably pre-ink. I don't know. But anyway, this large background stamp. Cannot seem to press down very well. A little bit more right there. Alright, that looks pretty good. And then we're going to trim off that stuff, so that'll be okay. You know what? Let me just get a paper there. I just kind of wipe it off. That's my method of cleaning instead of extra clean. Anyway, alright, so here's the stamp. It's called She Sells Seashells. I guess that would be by the seashore, right? Susie sells seashells by the seashore. You say that fast. And then we're going to use the Cuttlebug Seahorse and the, what do you call that stuff? The seaweed from that. So we're going to try to stamp on this and kind of get our stamping out of the way, I hope. We will see how it goes. And this was the different stamp I was telling you about. It's from a little mermaid hero art set. Not mermaid, genie. Genie in a bottle kind of thing. It's pretty cool. But I just want to use that happy birthday. Because hopefully you'll be surprised. I need more of these little die things. Banner type strips. Which really you could cut your own. So I probably don't need them. But, alright. I guess I'll stamp it in black, although I think it might look better in another color. If it's too stark or something, we'll get another color of ink and do it. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so there's our happy birthday. And I believe that's all the basic stamping, because I've got the other stuff stamped and ready to go that we have. Okay, so now we're just going to, well, no, we're not. We're going to move this to the side, and we're going to color our seahorse. Look at that thing. I cut that thing out, just so you know. Oh my gosh. We're going to use these three colors, I believe. Let's just test them out a little bit. Okay. Okay, so this is the main color I want. Yeah. Alright, so it's mainly going to be this color. That's what we're going to go with. I think overall we can go in with a little bit of darker stuff later. You guys know I don't really do the actual Copic coloring. It's just, I just like the markers, so I do my version. Sometimes I'll touch it up, like kind of like we're going to do here, and then blend it just a little bit, but I just can't sit for hours and do that, all that little stuff. That just drives me crazy. So we might try a little bit on this card. See what we come up with. I could blend a little, I guess. Ooh, no, I don't really want to color that. I want that part to be light, I think. We're just going to quickly. This is the color Mallow, by the way, V15, if anyone is interested. I saw this card. I don't really like to case cards, but this one I am, because I fell in love with it on the, I don't know if it was the Unity site or the, like the Unity lovers people. I don't know what they're called. I belong to something like a, you know, like We Love Unity or something. That's not what it is, but you know what I'm saying. Something like that. Okay, so now let's go in and just kind of give it a little bit of shadow there. Right around, I don't know, just some shadow here and there. Just so it kind of looks like we were trying to do some Copic coloring. Like we kind of know what we're doing, but we really don't. Let's not tell anyone. Well, it's not a card maker, so I don't think she'll notice. Just going to go over those little lines there. She is home now. That's the one of the aunts, anyway, that's been at the beach. And so she just got home about 30 minutes ago, actually. And so I'm excited she's back. It's weird having her gone. Honestly, it is. Like I like her being around. I really do. Not so much here, although she's one I don't actually mind if they visit or not, which is pretty rare for me to say for somebody. But see, I think it just blends that dark stuff in. I don't know if it really does, but that's what I'm going with. All right, we're going to give the little seahorse, I don't like coloring at that end, a little blue eye. I don't really know if that's going to make much of a difference, but I don't know. And then I already colored one of the seaweeds because I was trying to find a green marker. I don't have that many greens, it seems like, so it wasn't really that hard. So I'm just going to go all over it. And I don't know how I'm going to put this on there yet, but we'll see. So I'm just going to color it all up in case I use it all. Alrighty. Okay. So I don't think we're going to read that green anymore. Now, I know I want to do these tan. I remember that. I have these, so probably a lighter version. I get excited when I find these long little pointy skinny shells. I'm sure they have some sort of name, but I don't know what they are. But we'll just let, no, I don't really like that. Let's go for this one. I feel like they're a little bit darker usually when I find them, and sometimes they're a little gray, but I don't want to put gray on here, so. And the starfish are kind of light in color usually, so they are going to be this color as well. I'd actually almost like to do a little bit lighter, but this is probably going to be my lightest shade, so I'm probably going to do it, I don't know, probably in the middle. And kind of all around. This is going to be a fairly long, I think fairly long anyway. I figure out all the stuff I want to color. A fairly long coloring video. If you guys want to just fast forward some, that's perfectly fine with me. Otherwise, it'll just be some chit chat, and I'll tell you about my aunt or something. I don't know. There's not much going on right now, so just we are going to have her a little party, and I am pretty much still pre-filming. I know you'll be seeing this after I've gone back to school, but I want to get this done because her, I don't know what that is, we're just going to color that brown too, and this, her birthday is the day, I think it's the day the kids actually start. No, maybe it's the day before. Yeah, it's the day before all the kids come. So we'll have her a party that night, and again, I'm telling you, that says something, because I would not do that for just anybody on a work night. But I know it doesn't matter exactly on the day. Like, I used to be a real stickler for celebrating my stuff on the exact day, but honestly now, you know, I'm an adult, I don't care. I know life happens, that kind of thing. But I do think when you can, that it kind of matters. Or matters more to the person, it seems like. So I want to do that for her, and she's retired, so she's free. And all right, so that looks like roughly all the little things I want to color. I need another brown. Let's see. These markers. Is that any darker? Yeah, that's a little darker. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of go over and outline a little bit of stuff on them. I figure she'll actually be down here tomorrow evening once she rests up to visit, since she's been away from my dad for a week. They talk on the phone like every night, and I'm so thankful for her. She really perks him up and all that good stuff. So, all right. So now I just pulled out a bunch of these markers. I don't know if you guys can see those. I'll try to put them in angle or whatever you call it. I don't know about this. We're going to think on that one. It's a really bright blue. Okay, I gotta decide here soon, don't I? Alright, so I'll tell you what, let's check these out. That's a really, really light pink. Kind of like that color, that can work. Huh, shockingly, these are not so much in the same color family here. Alright, that's probably too dark. Sorry guys, I should have checked all this out ahead of time. I apologize. Alright. I don't know. Okay. So I'm just going to pick... No, I don't like that. I started to say I'm going to pick one and commit, but... Alright, let's sort of go with that. Ooh, that's pretty dark. Ooh, yeah, it's pretty dark. Oh, why'd I keep opening the wrong ends? I don't know. On their card, it looks all pretty and faded, and I wish they would list, like, the colors of things that they used. Here are the background pieces. Maybe that'll help us. So I just embossed that with the waves and this with the waves. So maybe we can go a little bit more from there. There. Okay. Okay, well, if I'm going to do it to that one, then I'll have to do it to all of them to sort of make it look semi-normal. There's one. Is that one? Yep. Ooh, I don't want to. Let me move that back aside. I don't want to get that on the card, and I'm already doing that. So, alright, so I'm just going to do that. And then I'll go over it in this. See if that blends any. We can just keep going back over it. I think it'll be okay. Anyway, so my aunt is a retired teacher. She used to teach first grade and second grade primarily. I was very, very good at it. for years she was a second grade teacher, and I didn't have her. I had the teacher next to her. That would have been a little bit weird for me, I feel like, being in her class, though. But I did ride home with her sometimes, and it was always fun going over to her classroom. She was always like kind of like creating worlds, I guess. I might have told you guys about this before. I've done cards for her before, but it's one of my favorite memories, so I'll just tell you again. Alright, so let's make this a little more on the pinky side. Maybe not pinky, maybe we're going lighter purple. That's what I meant. Oh, you just thought I meant pink. Anyway, I'll bring this on down. Like I said, I'm going to trim that bottom off, so it doesn't really matter how messy we get down there. But anyway, she would have like these really cool big, she'd do like a dinosaur unit or all kinds of stuff. I don't know. It was just really cool walking in her room. But she would totally transform the classroom, like any good teacher should do, into whatever unit they were doing. And the kids would walk in and just ooh and ah, and and I would too. But and we'd always wish, oh look, there's another one. We always wish that our teacher was kind of as cool as she was. So, but anyway, so when I would ride home with her, like if my, grandmother had a doctor's appointment or something, my mother couldn't pick me up. Yeah, that's going to bug me, but we're going to cut that off, so I think it's going to be okay. Now, I don't remember which one was which, but as long as they just get some purple shading in there, I think it'll be okay. Yep, that'll be fine. I don't know what color I want those. I think we're going to go with like a pinkish something. Let's try these. Might be a little too light. We'll see. We can always add some purplish dots or something on it. So we're just going to do all those in a pinky tone, I guess. Anyway, so sometimes she would let me like help her grade papers or something like that. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And little did I know that now working in the school system, she was overworked. Like she could use the help, and we'd always have to stay late. Like, I was used to getting out and going on home or whatever, and she was always having to stay at school and do some extra things. And now I completely understand that, because it is so hard to get out of there on time. And so I never did quite grasp that back in the day, but I just kind of walk around her room and look at stuff and amuse myself until she was ready to go. But alright, so I'm going to do that color. I said, what did I say, sand dollar? That's a sand dollar. That's a starfish. I don't know what I called it a while ago, but I think I got it wrong. Just dawned on me. Maybe I called it the right thing. I don't know. But anyway, I never find sand dollars. I always get them free at the beach. That'll always be, there's always like a coupon book when we go to Myrtle, and it's like free sand dollar with 99-cent purchase or something. So, and I'm still always excited to get them. I don't know why. But anyway, I remember I missed one down here. So when we'd finally make it home, then she would get my favorite. Is this what I want to use? Nope. This is it, I think. Alright, so all through the middle, which should probably really be darker, but I kind of use my lightest color on there, on the starfish and stuff. So we're going to have to do like a peachy look in the middle and pretend that that's sand. But I thought going to her house was cool, just because, you know, she had lots of neat stuff to look at, but mainly because she fixed me those little pizza bagel things that were about this big, like bagel minis, or I don't know what you call them, pizza bagel bites, I think is what they are. But anyway, for some reason, I don't know if it was where we shopped, or my mother did not know that apparently I adored those or something. We bought pizza rolls, I remember, but my mother never got me the pizza bagel bites. So, but I'd always eat those up there, and I just thought that was the most, like, wild thing ever or something. I don't know. It was like my version of exotic food. So that was always a happy memory, and she would always make sure to keep me some stocked in the freezer in case it was short notice, or if she knew I was coming, she would have me tons of stuff and little snacky stuff, and you know, so for a kid, you're pretty much in heaven, just chilling and eating, and then it wouldn't be long before my mother came back to pick me up. So, and then I never wanted to leave because I thought it was really cool there. And they had this big giant sheepdog named George. He was really cool. And so I'd always play with George. And George was in the house, which my parents would never let me have a dog in the house. And how traumatic, I know. But they can only see me now. But anyway, so I thought that was pretty neat as well. Like, I could play with a dog in the house. Oh my gosh. So, okay. Now we need, I want to say they did those in like a bluish color. But again, I don't really have, I've pretty much only got, I don't know, something that's not dark is only like these two. And that's just too, I feel like a little too bright. Ugh. Maybe I could color over it. Ugh, I don't know. It's pretty bright. I don't like that. I don't know why I keep coloring. I hear you yelling, stop, no, don't. But yet I keep going. Alright. I don't have her present yet. The only thing I have is a pair of earrings that I picked up at CJ Banks that I think she'll like. And if she doesn't, I love them, so that's okay. I don't know. It's not too bad. Let's put our seahorse on there and see if that could bring out the blue from the eye. We're going to go with it. I preferred a little bit more muted blue, but that's alright. And I know the sand dollars are not really blue, but we're just going to go with that color. Golly, there's a lot of these little boogers. Did you guys watch Jennifer McGuire's latest video on it's like when she talks about the 3D, not 3D, but the 3-layered dies and how you can inlay them and all that good stuff? That was amazing. Makes me want all those dies. Oh my gosh. I do have my eye on the Birch Press. The ones, it's kind of like, they go like that. If you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know, it almost like reminds me of a teardrop shape, but I think it's some set. It starts with an L, I remember on the video. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that was pretty cool. And I actually kind of went over to AliExpress and looked for it. I sort of kick myself now because those dies or the 3-layer dies anyway, from Birch Press are really high, and you can find them on Ali. I just didn't realize it, and I kick myself all the time because the only ones I have seem to be the only ones that you can find on there. So I wish I would have known that first, but I know it's not good to, you know, not support the designers. But golly, guys, like, I think it's $70 or $71, something like that for a set. That's just tough. That is tough. Especially, you know, I don't know, it's tough. So, anyway, but that is a great video if you haven't watched that yet. Okay, so, where was that brown? Did we do a... Wasn't that one? Alright, so I kind of want to just go over a few parts of these. A little extra here. Maybe just like there's a shadow on some of them or something. Maybe on the end. Maybe a little right there. That's probably going to get cut off, so there's no point in coloring that. Okay. And I'll just give that one a little shadow. Maybe there. And there. Sorry guys, I keep doing it. But I promise we're almost at the end. We're going to start putting everything together. Okay. So I like that. I'm good with that. Anyway, okay. So move some of the stuff out of the way. And try to find something to, oh, no, that's not going to work. Something to kind of line it up by. Right about there. We'll just take off that much there. And I don't know if this will be enough. Well, we're going to make it enough. Where'd that marker go? That one. We're just going to keep blending over all this stuff until it sort of works. Okay. No we're not. That looks horrible. Alright. We're going to chop it off. I just wanted to be lazy, I guess. Okay. There. Alright, that looks way better. Welcome back to another episode of The Lazy Crafter. Alright. So, I already have these all taped up here. Okay. So we're going to try our best to center that. Hopefully that's enough. And I'm going to slide it on down here because I wanted the happy birthday kind of up here to itself. And then our little seahorse is going to be there with a touch of green seaweed, like right beside of it, I guess. I did cut two because I felt like it needed a little something there, but I don't know. I guess it needs two. So let's go ahead and put that down first. Oh, no, you know what? We got to put this down first. My bad. Okay, let me find some tape. How does the tape always go away? Oh, it's way back here. Okay. A little there. A little up in that corner. And one little bit right there. I don't know, maybe one little bit right there. I want it to be able to really stick, but not to me. Ugh. Alright, so what kind of fall sets have you guys been eyeing? I told you about the Tim Holtz stuff, the Hero Arts release, which that's not really, the Hero Arts is not really fall, it's more of the castle type theme. And but anyway, so what kind of stuff have you gotten your eye on? I did see where I want this up here. Ellen Hudson came out with some new stuff, which reminds me I need to get more magnets from her place. It's usually where I get my magnets for that I store my dies on. And I guess we'll pop dot that. Maybe. I don't see it. Maybe we will do it in a few minutes. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Alright, so let's go ahead and glue a piece of seaweed down. But anyway, so tell me what your favorite stamps are for the holiday and all that good stuff. It's the most important holiday of the year. I mean, come on, people, Halloween. I think, anyway. I haven't seen too many things out yet. More than what I can afford, but not as much as usual, I'll say. So, I guess that's okay. But everybody hasn't released all their stuff yet. Ellen Hudson had a cute little pumpkin saying, I can't remember what it is now, but have my eye on that one too. Hope it's not like a full set. I hope it's sold as an individual stamp. I can't remember totally what it was. Alright. I'm not going to push it down 100% because I think we're going to have to put this behind it as well. It is almost 10:30 at night. I have not had supper yet. I'm going to go fix some shrimp that I have in there that I've had my eye on for a while, but just haven't got around to fixing it. Guess you could say that's one of those on the to-do list things. Alright, so we'll just make that even with the bottom there. And then we can press it down with no problem. Need to find some sort of, how about the block it was on? That'll work. Alright, I've got to find that foam tape. It cannot have grown legs, can it? Aha! Here we go. I want to say it's going to be wider, yep. Okay, so we can cut it a little bit. I'm thinking about doing some glossy accents all over it. I don't know. I think it would look pretty, but I don't know how much it would have to be. Like, would I have to do the whole thing, just a few shells? I want us to look at it in a minute. and decide. Think about it. All right. So it's just a smidge too long. All right. But I do like the way this happy birthday is written. I like a fancy happy birthday for some reason. I like the letters to be. Okay. So, come on. I can't get the needle out. I put it in there like so it wouldn't clog up, and then I can't ever get it back out. So I have my handy dandy scissors here to hook it and maybe flick it. Maybe not. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't want it to fly across the room. It's not, because it's not even working. Now on the card, sorry guys, on the card that I saw on the Unity site, maybe this is a sign that we should not use glossy accents tonight. I don't know what else I can use to like pull it out with. We'll see. Alright, let me move this out of the way and give it one more big try here. Come on, come on. Ah. Uh-oh. Oh my god, that came off, but that still didn't come out. Golly. Alright. Huh. What to do, what to do. Alright, what if we kept wiggling it like this? What if I just cut it off around it? It wouldn't let me have a particular edge, but I think I could get that off. I'll figure out the other stuff later. Okay. So, this is all over completely everything. I apologize, guys. This is, when you have those editing skills, this is where all that comes in handy. And you can, like, edit all this part out. But not us. Because this is real life crafting right here. Okay. Well, after all that, I feel like now I pretty much have to do the glossy accents. So, but without a tip, man, I don't know. Ay. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. I have other bottles if we need them. We can just use those if we have to. I'll tell you what, I won't make you guys sit and, ooh, it comes out quite fast when you do it this way, when there's no little nozzle to control it. I won't make you guys sit and watch all this, but that's what our card looks like, and then we're going to put glossy accents on everything. So I'll take a picture of it and put it in that little box thing, you know, what we use. And I will talk to you guys later. I hope she has a wonderful birthday. She's so special to me. She really is. I hate to say she's my favorite aunt, because I do have other aunts, but she pretty much is my favorite. I can't help it. So it just is what it is, don't you guys think? I know you have a favorite, whether you want to admit it or not. We all have our favorites, and we just can't help it. So, alright guys, I will talk to you later, and have a good night. Happy crafting, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.